Hey everyone, it's Kat here. I'm going to show you how to do my Miss Universe glam. This is exact look, or pretty much the same of what I did for my coronation of Miss Universe that happened last December. First off, starting with skincare. Usually, I like to just use my micellar water just to cleanse my face after washing my face. It's quick, it's easy. You know, when you're backstage, you sometimes don't have access to a sink. And then I'll usually go in with a serum. Be bougie with my product. Don't forget your neck. I love an eye cream that has a green tint because I just feel like you hit two birds with one stone in the fact that I like to use it around my nose and also places that I get dry and red because the green helps combat that redness. Good old paw paw ointment. I've been using this since I was in high school. Just on the lips. For pageantry and for shows, I love makeup. I love the Fenty primer just because I feel like it's moisturizing. Just a few pumps and then just work it around the face. And then for foundation, I love the NARS Radiant foundation just because it has that really natural finish. Just gonna dab. I like to work from the center outwards. I don't like when I have foundation all the way up here because then it doesn't blend into your face. The thing that I love nowadays is our cameras are HD. Like, it's not back in the day when it used to be like stage makeup because there was no cameras and you had to really cater to the audience seeing you from such a distance. Now the cameras zoom up into your face and they see everything, so you can really get away with a sheer coverage. For concealer, I also love the NARS Radiant Concealer. This is in Ginger. And I like to really aim towards just correcting what needs to be corrected again and try and be minimal with product. This is the Huda Beauty Pound Cake, and underneath the eyes I am going to bake. Also because it's gonna catch my fallout from my eyeshadow. I have quite a small lid and I have quite an almond eye, so I really like to accentuate it and bring the shadows out. So the first thing I like to do is I like to take like a champagne-y highlight color that's not too shimmery. I like to drag that on my brow bone. And this is an eyebrow palette that's really affordable. And I just take it and I start to map out the shape of where I want my shadows to go. So I kind of do a straight line out to start my feline slant. It's got some crazy colors, but I love it because if ever I want to play up with the base of my color, I can go in with like a cool pink or a blue, but usually I gravitate towards these. So I'm going to take a mixture of these two colors here. I'm going to take my eyebrow palette again, just working in a darker shadow into the outer corner. So for the base of my shimmer, I use it whenever. This is the NARS Velvet Shadow Stick, just all over my lid. Just find that the shadow stays longer when I use this. This is my favorite shadow, this one right here. It's called Casablanca, and I'm just gonna get it with a finger, just slap it on. And then I'm gonna go back with my fluffy brush and just blend out the edges. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 liner, and I'm just going to accentuate my lash line. It's like the base of my liquid because I feel like when I go in straight with liquid, it's so stressful because once it's on, it's on. I am gonna go in with my extra oomph of sparkle because why not? This is my favorite Magnificent Metals. And this color is Bronze Bell. It's the one that I used in both my national pageant and in Miss Universe. Just over where I've put that gold already. I always like to keep revisiting where I laid down shadow in the first place, just because, you know, when you add different products, you can tend to rub it away or layer on top of it, so just re-intensifying it. It's time for eyeliner. So this is the only black that I use in the whole look, and I'm just going across where I laid down my brown eyeliner. Time to prep the eyelashes. Good eyelash curler is like honestly a beauty holy grail. You shouldn't curl too much if you're putting false eyelashes, because otherwise your lashes are literally gonna go backwards. Take my handy dandy Maybelline mascara and just give a good coat. I just have these pair of 3 lashes. So I really am a fan of like wispy natural lashes. And if I want to go bolder, I'll use 2 lashes on top of each other. Put on a good amount of glue, keep it, let it dry. Wave it around, whatever works for you. And then once it's almost ready to apply, I'm going to reapply just on the corners, just for that extra security, because I always find when a lash starts to budge, it'll come off either in the corner or on the side. I'm gonna put it as close to the lash line as possible. Bam. So those are the first layer of lashes. I'm gonna go in with a second just because this is my pageant glam. Second pair going on. Okay, I got my lashes. I'm gonna chuck on some mascara. I feel is the giveaway always for fake lashes is the inner corner, because you can see like the natural lashes will be like this and then the falsies will be like this. So even when I'm curling my lashes, I always make sure that my inner lashes here are nice and lifted. Time for me to do my lower lash line for shadow. I'm gonna take a combination of those 2 colors again. Just like smoking out that bottom lash line. And then I'm going to take the liquid, and in the inside of my inner corner, I am going to line in here. Can't forget the lashes. Kind of makes it pop. Time to dust off my fallout powder. I like to do this with like a sheer powder. This is the Laura Mercier Candle Glow sheer powder. I kind of like it when my under eye has a little bit of a glow or like a brightness to it. Does that make sense? So I just took a little bit of product and then I'm just there. And then time to contour. I like to go in with a highlight down the center of my nose, and so I'm just taking it on a little small fluffy brush, and then I just drag a little down my nose. Then I'm going in with my handy eyebrow palette, and yes, it's an eyebrow palette, but I will use it to contour my nose. So I have this small, like angled brush, and I take this camel color. What I like to do to deepen like the shape of my eyes too is I like to go in here and just kind of start to kind of fake definition. So you can see that I've defined more my eye by taking it up into the brow, and I just feel like it ties everything together. I have my crazy looking palette here, Gingerly, which is like this deep peach and peachy keen. They're both by MAC. My favorite part, aside from shimmer, is more shimmer, obviously. This is a Laura Mercier palette, and I mixed these 2 colors here. It's like a pink and like a soft gold. And then I'm just brushing the highlight, actually almost near my eyes, so just here. I don't want to drag it down here because I think, well, for me, that makes me look like I have apple cheeks. Another highlighter that I really love is the Fenty Diamond Bomb. And as you can see, it's quite a silvery finish, which might, like if you have olive skin like me, you might be like, oh my goodness. But it really blends in and it's sheer. So I'll show you. I've just got it with my finger. And then again, over where I put that initial highlight, you can just see, and it's so pretty. Eyebrows are a love-hate relationship. I like the fluffy brow look. So I'm gonna go in with my darker pencil, and then I'm just going to follow the shape that I have. And then I always find, even with eyeshadow, start off light, and then once you've mapped out the shape and exactly know where you wanna go, then make it darker. And then I'm going in with my second color, which is the lighter color. I'm more gonna do like brush-like strokes or hair-like strokes, just because I want it to look natural, so. One of my favorite products for brows is this K palette. It just adds a different little touch of dimension. bam, I have brows. And I have like really long eyebrow hairs, and what will happen is like throughout the day, like this will happen. Like my hairs will not match my brow and it'll end up like this. But this is what I've picked up. So I'll take Duo eyelash glue, which is like it dries clear, but it comes out white. And I'll put a little bit on my hand. And then getting a spoolie, I will just, and you have to work fast. So I will talk about it first before I do it. I'm gonna tap it and then I'm gonna brush through my eyebrows and it'll make it stay all day, I swear. You brush it backwards first and then into the shape that you want your brows to stay. If you can see, if there's a little bit of white, it'll dry down clear. And then it has put texture back into my hair too, so it gives that dimension to my brow, which I really like. And I like to use a lip liner no matter what lipstick color I'm using. I'm gonna give you guys 2 lip options because if you're someone who likes a more natural lip, this is something that you could definitely do. This is the color that I actually wore for my nationals in the Philippines. It's called Crown and it's by Bragais. It's like a brownish lip, and if it's looking a little bit crazy and you're like, oh my gosh, Kat, I can't work a brown lip, this is what I love to do. So I take like a small amount of a red. It just makes it look a little bit more fresh, a little bit more youthful. So just taking this. Here, so you can see it like, it just added just a little bit of something, a little bit of color. And then I'm gonna show you guys the red lip that I used for Coronation for Miss Universe. This is Stunna by Fenty. So I'm going to take this off. Right, like that application though. So that is the red lip. Last 2 setting spray. Thank you so much guys for hanging out with me today. This is my Miss Universe glam look, the same makeup that I did for myself for the coronation of Miss Universe. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a few tips and tricks. Bye guys!